close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's.
Let's be real, mate. We're not in Thailand just for its stunning beaches, unbeatable food, and the smiles that earn it the nickname the Land of Smiles. There's another much less talked about attraction that has single male tourists from all over the globe flocking to this Southeast Asian paradise. So let's cut to the chase. We're talking about Thailand's vibrant nightlife scene that goes hand in hand with working girls, including freelancers and professionals.
You might not notice, but many of my videos have to be censored one way or another. That's to play by YouTube's rules. Hate it or love it, it's a reality we have to accept. The uncensored videos and more bonus videos I regularly send out via email. I call it King Epic Insider. It's entirely free, you simply enter your email and get bonus videos, updates and more. Simply check this link in the video description to head over to kingepic.com/insider. It takes 10 seconds and you never miss a thing. So feel free to pause the video now.
You'll be spoiled for choice, whether you're after an expensive bar fun experience in a go-go bar or striking a conversation with a lady in a street, pub, or even online, which is increasingly becoming the preferred place for these encounters. But do you know where to start? Perhaps you're worried about safety, or you want to know the tricks of the trade. Well, fear not. Here we Roger Dodger the stigma and lay it bare for you, the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, and everything under the Bangkok sun about meeting working girls online. So let's navigate together this scene filled with, temptation and thrill and, yes, potential scams. Pack your, let's call it digital bags, arm yourself with a cocktail or a chang or a Singer beer on your side, and let's embark on this unique journey through Thailand's, I call it, digital red light district. Hold on tight, it's going to be an unforgettable ride. Play away but play safe. The A to C of Thailand's online working girls. So let's set the scene. You are in Thailand, you're single, and you are ready to experience the world-renowned nightlife. I mean, sure, you've heard about the stunning beaches and equally magnificent temples and, the roadside pad thai, but let's cut the crap. We know what you're really after. The Thailand nightlife experience that's filled with working girls.
I'm pretty sure by now you know that most of these videos are being censored, or you simply don't get notifications of new uploads. And frankly, most of the good stuff I'm not even allowed to upload on here. Luckily, there's an easy solution and it only takes a few seconds. I send out updates for every video, uncensored bonus videos and more via email regularly. So if you haven't already and you want to get past the censorship, head over to kingepic.com and on the sidebar, you simply enter your email and you're able to watch the first 2 bonus videos right away. And as I've said, you get regular updates directly into your inbox. That's it. Let's continue the video.
Let me lay it on the line. Thailand is brimming with working girls, from freelancers you meet in an everyday setting, like your local pub or even the shopping mall, the casual street walk-ins, to those stationed at go-go bars with a fixed bar fine. Times are changing though, and the digital revolution hasn't left this place or this sphere untouched. More and more ladies are taking their business online, and thanks to the convenience and anonymity it provides for both them and their clients, which will be you. So where do you start in this overwhelming digital red light district? That's where I come in, your trusty sidekick in this journey. I'm here to give you the lowdown on the online scene in the Land of Smiles, briefing you on where to look, how to approach, and most importantly, ensuring you avoid any potential landmines. Now, meeting working girls online isn't just an easy route. It's smart. Now, why, you ask? Well, it offers you a larger selection at your fingertips. And there are various websites and apps where these girls create professional profiles. They showcase their pictures, they service the services that they offer, and sometimes you would even find reviews. These platforms give you an opportunity to chat, feel out the girl, negotiate, and even set up a meeting spot all before you set foot outside of your hotel room. But beware, while the digital process and everything I'm talking about may sound alluring, it is not without risks. Scammers abound, ready to use deception and swindle you, the unsuspecting tourist. From the most common one, catfishing, to price inflation after the services are rendered, you need to be one step ahead. And that's why I'm here for you, to help you navigate this wild and also exciting and occasionally confusing online landscape. So strap in, my friend. It's time to embark on this unique journey, delving into Thailand's thriving online red light district. So once again, grab a beer, open your mind, and let's roll. Pay for play, the brass tacks of online, let's call it what it is, prostitution in Thailand. All right. You're now well clued in on what to expect from the online playing field. So let's dive into the meaty bits, the essential details that likely make or break your experience, the ins and outs of online girls, online freelancers in Thailand. And remember, we're not judging and definitely not mincing words here. So first things first, understanding the medium is important. Where can these enticing working girls even be found, Primarily, I would say on online dating apps and certain websites. So the best one where you find the most freelancers is probably Thai Friendly. The second one would be Tinder, and then there's all the other ones where you don't really find any freelancers, such as Bumble. It's very rare. It's almost unheard of. Then there's also ThaiCupid, Badoo. Those are the online platforms that are most saturated with freelancers and higher end pros. Plunge into these virtual dens, but remember to keep an eye for fakes and scams. The next step, let's move on to approaching these ladies. Hold your horses, bull in a china shop. But slow down, because subtlety goes a long way in these matters. You could start a casual conversation as if you're chatting, with anyone else. Don't dive in, all guns blazing. Ask, just about the price and services. A bit of normal chit-chat aids in easing the tension in most cases and establishing a level of comfort. Let's talk the language of money now. The tactful art of price negotiation. It's a bit like haggling, in a Thai market, albeit with much higher stakes. Prices, they will typically vary depending on a lot of factors. The platform she's on, what she offers, her location, and then also meaning your location, and of course, how she perceives her self-worth or how many offers she gets on a daily basis. And so really the spectrum could range anywhere from, could even be something like 500 baht to 5,000 baht or even more. But remember, negotiation isn't just about the bottom line. Respect and politeness are paramount. Cutting to the chase too soon might rub the lady the wrong way, turning a promising encounter sour. And the logistics bit is also vital here. Where will the deed be done? It could be your hotel room, which ladies, the really professional ones, would call out call service, or you could also visit her at her place or wherever she suggests, which is typically called an in-call. And both options have their unique pros and cons. Keep convenience, safety, and personal comfort in mind while making your choice. Some of you might find it more convenient to do all the stuff at your room or your hotel, while there's somebody else that might have worries in regards to safety or privacy and doesn't want to bring the girl home. So there you have it, your step-by-step playbook. to scoring online in Thailand's nightlife freelancer scene. It's filled with allure, adventure, and yes, more than a bit of risk. But I think with the right approach and a bit of negotiation skills and a prudent sense of judgment, you'll be well on your way to some thrilling experiences. So dive in head first, but mind the depth. Life is really a game, so play it with strategy and style. Next up, the web of temptation. And this is really about navigating Thai digital love markets. Right on. So now we're at the part where we unravel the maze of temptation. That is the Thai online love market. Really, it's just more than a leer and click game. It's about understanding the nuances of the virtual scene and caution. Lots of it actually. So buckle up, here we go. First things first, make no mistake, the digital world where you find these freelancers is teeming with ladies who are there strictly on business. But remember, it's a market, and like any market, it's filled with variety. Freelancers, which work part-time, full-time professionals, they all hang their hats there. Each comes with their own set of norms and what they expect, how they talk to you, and how much they ask for. So spare a moment to understand your potential companion before diving into the transactional bits. It's the gentlemanly thing to do after all. So first of all, pick your playground. Your choice of platform will heavily dictate the kind of encounter you might score. So for instance, Thai-friendly and to a degree, Tinder or even ThaiCupid are brimming with working girls and freelancers. And as I've said before, Tinder is predominantly dating, but also has a lot of good ladies that are willing to go with you for some extra cash. So walk in knowing that navigating these platforms is more of a sly fox hunt rather than an overt bullfight. Remember, things in the virtual realm can often be far from what they seem, and this is really important because scammers use all sorts of tactics to seem legitimate. From stolen photos to built up profiles to using AI. Use your judgment. Look for any inconsistencies in pictures or conversations and never hesitate to verify details before taking a leap. You can also do a video call before you meet. In my Thailand guide, I also have a PDF where I show you exactly what to look out for and how to spot fake or let's call it brushed up, manipulated pictures. Yeah, really important before you meet the girl. Now, when you score a match, try to keep your conversation casual, respectful, even when discussing the intimate details of an arrangement. The mechanics, location, duration, services, and fee, all of it needs to be ascertained beforehand to avoid any potential disappointment or unwanted surprises. And finally, the rendezvous. Whether it's your hotel or her place, I would ensure discretion and safety, but also remember to respect the property, the rules there. No hanky-panky in common areas or trashing the room. Well, I would say essentially just don't be a prick. So there you have it. Those are your basics to Thailand's online Rela district. It's really a fascinating world filled with desire, opportunity, and risk. But once you play around a little bit, I think you will understand what it's all about, and you will either use it exclusively or as an addition to going out. Next up, screen to scene, guiding your online adventure with Thai working girls. That's what we'll call that next chapter. Well done. You are making progress. You understand the basics, and now we're going to talk about navigating your passage from the screen to the real scene. Yeah. Clutching the handrail of protocol, safety, and common decency. We're talking moving your action out of the chat box and into the real world. Let's roll, my friend. Driving straight in, the very first step is establishing a money for services arrangement. Everything should be agreed in detail upfront. Service duration and most importantly the price. If money isn't squared away in the beginning, you're asking for trouble. You're setting yourself up for some potentially awkward and even dangerous situations. And a good way to make sure that this stuff is logged in is when, let's say, you get her line ID and you talk about prices, or even on the app, just take a screenshot, for whatever you discussed, the price, etc. This happened to me once where I made some arrangements, and then while I actually met the girl didn't actually fulfill her part, but she actually didn't remember. And I said, no, you said this, and then I showed her, and then she said, oh, sorry, yeah, we can. So that's very important. Know this, my friend, while cheap thrills might seem enticing, it's sometimes better to pay a fair price for the services you're getting. Always lowballing the ladies can lead to a half-hearted performance, or worse, make you for an easy target for scams. So next up, the place. The million-dollar question is, should you go to her location or should you stay at your turf? The in-call services, going to her place, could offer you a sense of control, to the lady. She might feel more comfortable that way, but remember, you're in a foreign country, so make sure that wherever you're going, it's a safe place and a known area. On the other hand, getting her to come over to your hotel, which would be called an outcall service, gives you the home ground advantage. Yet, at the same time, it has its unique challenges, like dealing with noisy hotel staff, risking property damage, or simply you not wanting anyone else to see what you're doing and having your privacy. So I would say the key is to go with what feels both convenient and secure. And once you've climbed these hurdles, you've finally arrived at the action itself. Here's the blunt truth. This most likely isn't your wild porn fantasy, any preconceived notions you have about Asian working girls from adult content. I would say, at least for the first time, lower your expectations. Just treat the girl with respect they deserve. It's about mutual pleasure, not just yours. And of course, no discussion about this can be complete without the conversation on safety. I would say, as I've always said before, play safe, always. Wear protection, period. So now you're virtually walked the pathway from screen, to the actual scene. But keep in mind, this adventure can vary from person to person, so will the challenges. But with information, you'll be prepared to handle surprises and make your exploits, your fun in Thailand worthwhile. It's really a fascinating journey, one that you will remember for sure, so definitely give it a try. So that's really it. We have arrived at the crossroads. You've learned about meeting working girls online, how to do it, where to do it, how to talk to them, how to arrange the meeting, and the pros and cons of the different options in regards to where you actually meet the girl. And now comes the critical part, navigating the treacherous waters of the Thai online red light district, brimming with scams, risks, and potential pitfalls. So really, it's time to smarten up, straddle safety above everything else. First off, let's talk about your digital footprint. Very important. I mean, this is common sense, but I need to repeat myself. Avoid sharing any sensitive personal or financial information over these platforms. It's always paid in cash, and there's no upfront payment or deposit. Remember, as lucrative as they are, many of these platforms are also a gold mine, an absolute gold mine for digital con artists who don't get in bed, they get in your wallets. Moving on to another thing, the bait and switch scam, one of the classical rip-off tactics often executed by online working girls. The girl you've been sweet talking to online might send someone else in her place, hoping you're really too desperate, or in many cases, just too polite to send her away. A simple preventative measure, ask for a real-time photo before she heads to your place, or better yet, do a video call. Up next, the sob story scam. Be cautious if your lady immediately starts talking about her financial troubles or health issues or anything that might tempt you to shell out more money out of sympathy. In such situations, it's sage to have a pair of skeptical glasses on. And here's the big one. Never, 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 I've said this before, send money up front to a working girl, especially one that you haven't met in person, because scammers will sometimes ask for money. Sometimes the girl is scamming you and says, oh, she needs money for the taxi or travel expenses to come and meet you, or, secure their services in general in advance by making a deposit. Chances are, once you've sent the money, you'll never hear from her again. Now onto a serious note. Never engage with anyone who claims to be underage or can provide proof of their age. Besides being an outright crime, it's an absolute moral no-go zone. Laws around the world, Thailand included, are stringent about this, and rightfully so. You can land yourself in very hot water, and we're not talking about the bathtub. Finally, remember that the most crucial aspect of this whole thing is consent and respect. She might be a working girl, but she's also a human being. So, to sum up, keep things legal, consensual, and dignified is what will set you apart from everyone else. And there you have it, your crash course on navigating the Thai online working girl scene. It's a wild, wild world out there, but with common sense, alertness, and a decent amount of respect, you can enjoy yourself without any regrets. Here's to your adventure online. Travel safe in Thailand and have fun. If you want some additional content, something that is really more in-depth, you can check out the links in the description where I have some bonus videos, including the Thailand guide, for the Telegram group, for additional videos, and also if you want email consultation with me directly. Other than that, that's it for today. I see you in the next video.